Hello and welcome to the Creator's Garden. I am called Harpy, and today we will be turning various sea creatures into borbfish. So, for those of you who are unaware, the creatures you see behind me are called borbs, and just recently, somewhat recently, uh, we have also made borbfish. So, essentially, fish that are orbs, but also kind of borbs. I'm sure you'll see what I mean once we get into it, but yeah. So without further ado, let's go ahead and move on to the main camera, shall we? And hello, Dote. Welcome, welcome. Glad you can make it. All right. So, I have taken the couple of suggestions that were put on the community post that I sent out a couple weeks back about what sort of creatures I should turn into borbfish. And I already have them sketched out right here. We have a vaquita over here, we have a sunfish, a finless porpoise, and pufferfish. And for the pufferfish, I actually did a deflated and inflated version because I felt it would be best to show that off. We'll go ahead and give you a good look at the sketches so far. And since this is all we're starting with for now, I'm thinking a fun idea that we could do is, as you can see, we do have a little fishing mini game over there. So what I'm thinking is that as we go along and as I start finishing these up, you guys can start fishing up some more different fish that we can turn into borbfish. And if you guys end up getting something that is not an aquatic animal, like trash items, then we'll see what we do with that. Because I know, we can do like a rusty sword and a trash bag in there. I don't know what that'll do. Clownfish? Okay, we can do a clownfish too. I can go ahead and sketch that up. Which is, I think it is a good one to do as well. Because I had to look up specifically how the clownfish stripes go when I was turning Pomni into a mermaid. So as always, whether it be borbs or borbfish, you gotta start with a circle. Just to get a good feel. I think I will want to do a side view for this. And you know what, I actually will go look up clownfish again just to get a better look of how the body is shaped. And especially the fins. No, not that. But yes, hopefully the music levels are alright. I got a decent look at what a clownfish looks like. So I think what I'll do is something like that and like that. Look. Okay. All right. I think I'll have to make a judgment call on that. I think that'll all have to stay. And then actually this can be white. Okay, maybe if I redo this. I'm just trying to plan out where I'm putting the orange and white stripe patterns, because the black lines just kind of like thinly border those sections. So it's just basically orange and white, and then the black stripes are just kind of like thick lines rather than whole sections. Okay. Okay. Those orange and white, orange and white, orange. Yeah. That works. That works. Okay. And then they just kind of keep like a tiny beak formation just to keep that they were originally borbs. They were borbs that were turned into a type of aquatic creature, which will be very interesting if we ever get into like crabs or shrimp, then that'll require some thinking. But yeah, I think we have enough to at least start getting to work on inking. So I'm just gonna put this back here to protect my surfaces. Because I've never actually tried to work with this as an inking medium, so we'll see how that goes. Probably going to be similar with some of my other pens in which the ink will not dry immediately, even though it is fairly warm in the garden, so there is that. Also means I've got to be very careful about where I put my talons, because I do not want to smudge the ink if I can help it. Go. And for anyone who's watching the VOD, I also hope you're doing well. It's currently summertime at the time of this stream, so what are your favorite summertime activities? I know I usually like going to take a dip in the larger ponds of the garden, personally. I don't do it I don't do it as often these days, but I still love it. It just might be getting a little bit more difficult with how populated the ponds are these days. with all the new borbfish and all. I'm going to have to start rethinking about redoing parts of the garden, maybe adding more ponds here and there. We'll see. Yeah, I'm sure you'd like more water sources. All of them can appreciate a good bird bath, even if they still aren't quite sure what to make of the new borbfish. I think we have the outlines pretty much done for these first 5 borbfish. And I think I will attempt to start with the vaquita first. Make sure that I grab correct colors I want. Now the vaquita, as far as I could tell, only had like a couple of discernible markings, which was the sort of dark gradients around the fins as well as the face. But otherwise, not too dissimilar from, you know, your standard dolphin or porpoise. not quite sure how to best shade that, but oh well. So there's the Fakita, I think. Let's see. Sunfish. I might get a little bit more slightly creative about it. Like, as far as the pictures that I've seen, I think it is still a mostly gray fish, but I am going to try and incorporate a couple of like warmer tones here and there, just so it looks more sunny. Not my best one, but still pretty decent, I think. Some of these don't have the most exciting coloring, but it's alright. A little bit of orange here, and then orange here. dark gray works, and if not, I can always go a shade darker. But yeah, since we're almost done with these fish, go ahead and start fishing if you guys want. And we'll see what sort of fish start popping up that we can draw next. And for those who don't know, there are chat commands out there. One of them being the exclamation fish. And that should let you fish in the little pond over there. Hopefully it'll work. Okay, the clownfish kind of came out really cute, I think. Okay, I'm thinking these colors for the puffer fish. And actually, let me double check my reference really quick. Oh yeah, I picked like a polka dotted one. I think for that, what I'm gonna do is, first of all, I think what I want is one of my darker browns, and I'll use that for the dots. This as a base. Okay, then start putting a couple of accented areas here and there. Just kind of splotchy. Finally, might redo the beak, but we'll see. Okay. I'm just gonna do some quick, simple backgrounds for them. And then we can move on to the next page and see what else we can make. I really want to get rid of this marker so badly. It's because this is one of these colors that I just don't get a whole lot of usage out of. There's not many things that I draw that use this particular color. And I already have another dark blue as well that I don't use all that often. They're like nearly practically the same color. And there goes that. Whoops. There we Okay, last background. And here we are, the first round of borbfish. I think the ones on the left side are my favorite, but you let me know what you guys think. I almost feel like, at least for the vaquita and the clownfish, I'm sure if I made like a version 2 of those, they could probably make some decent sticker designs. But what do you guys think? Would you guys want Borb and Borbfish stickers? Alrighty. And with round 1 done, let's go ahead and see what the fishing minigame will give us. Let me get comfy and go fishing. Hopefully it works. Oh, yep, there it goes. And we get a seahorse. Oh boy. Already starting us off with something kind of challenging. How do I make a borb seahorse? Okay, all right. Well, I think I'm going to be stuck at the sketching stage for a little bit on this one. So feel free to, if there's anyone in chat who wants to, feel free to like fish something up and see what you get. And just in case, feel free to tell me what your catch is in the chat as well. Because sometimes I don't catch it, and I don't hear the actual gaming sound effects during stream. Like, the sound effects will show up on the VOD, but I don't actually hear them during the stream. So, in case anyone's wondering why I'm not seeing them as they happen usually, that's why. I don't know how to fix that. Because I know OBS is catching it. And I know the VODs are catching it. I just can't hear them. But a borb... Okay. So here's the thing. Borbs inherently have to be round. I inherently have to have them be round. So, but seahorse is kind of S-shaped with a little newt snoot. A little of that going on. So maybe I kind of go like a platypus bill, almost tight beak, and then something like this, and then, oh god. Oh my god, okay. Okay, I think I have something. I think I have something. Let me cook. This is... I'm not sure if it'll be cute or cursed. Maybe if I just make them have big eyes, maybe that'll fix it. This is also going to be super cartoony, not so much any exact species of seahorse, just a very cartoony, artistic seahorse. That's something, all right. Maybe more like a seahorse. Oh, goodness. Yeah? Are you amused at the seahorse? I think the borbs are amused at my struggles. There we go. That seems a little bit better. There we kinda go, maybe. I don't know, man. I'm trying. Maybe I shouldn't go like duckbill. Maybe I should go more like my beak. That's... Now it just looks like... It looks like me. It looks like me. Oh, no, 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 not that beak. We're not doing that beak. No, no, no. No, 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 no. No. Jeez. don't know if the big eyes are working now. You know what? I might go back to the duck beak. I might go back to the duck beak. Looking less seahorse is the problem. It's like I thought I had it for a second and then I lost it. I lost it, guys. Maybe I should move the fins. Maybe that's the problem. It's given too much ears. And I need to... I think this is the best I can do. For the time being, this will be my borbs seahorse. Let's move on, shall we? Let's move on to the next catch. Alright, Pond. What have you got for me this time? A goldfish. Okay, that's simple. We can do goldfish. We can do goldfish, right? Now, from what I recall, goldfish are pretty simple. It's just... getting the fin shapes correct. Also, what type of goldfish, I suppose. Okay. I think I know which one I'm going with. Also, since goldfish are pretty basic, I'm just keeping the basic borb beak here. Okay. I think this works. I think this works. Yeah. Pretty simple, pretty easy. You can just keep that, that's fine. And no, you're not eating this one. But we shall go ahead and fish up another. And also I'm just gonna call over Feather King while I'm here. We'll cut you some tea. Thank you, Feather King. A pencil fish. Fascinating. Let's see. Oh boy. Okay. Interesting. So that's what a pencil fish looks like. So they have like a black line that kind of, I guess, makes it look like it's lead inside of a pencil. Oh, that's cute. That's adorable, but this also raises a slight problem because the pencil fish are inherently kind of on the long side, which gives it its pencil form. So, and borbfish are kind of inherently round. Okay, so what I think I'm gonna do is the fin shape seems to be mostly like that. What I'm gonna try and do is I'm gonna try and measure it so it's kind of straight through, so it at least looks like it has the illusion of a straight line going all the way through. Like it's kind of like a novelty pencil type thing. Okay, pencil fish is not going to be my best work, unfortunately, but that's the best I could come up with for that. Alright. What is the next fish? Oh, well, I already caught a pencil fish. You gotta give me something else, Froggy. Oh boy, hold on. Am I frozen? Oh no, I am. I was frozen today. Okay, one moment. There we go. Alright. Let's try going fishing again. Come on, give me something good. A sea bass. It's at least a C plus. Shout out to all the Animal Crossing enjoyers. Alright, sea bass it is. Could you... Of course, when I look up sea bass, half of the pictures that I see are like of cooked and chopped up sea bass. It's like, no, this is not what I asked for. Please. I had to put sea bass alive to get more photos of actual living sea bass. Oh my goodness, okay. Alright. Where's the sea bass? Which one's a good one? The most neutral lighting I can think of. Well, I can't keep scrolling down because then it just gets me back to the cooked sea bass. Gosh darn it. It doesn't help that there's just also many variations of sea bass to choose from, so there is that. Thank goodness. Alright, I just gotta pick one. Okay. So I think what I'll do is after I'm done sketching out this sea bass, is that I'll go on break. Because I need to get some hydration in here. Alright. Let's see. Maybe I'll do that first off. And then okay, maybe I should do that. Then sort of squarish one up here. Okay. And I think with that, I will go on break. So feel free to get some stretches, some hydration if you need it, some snacks. fishing minigame will still be there. So if you guys decide to go fishing while we're on break, I hope you guys will let me know what you caught. And also, you can still summon the borbs as well. They like the enrichment. So yeah, I will be right back, and we will get to drawing more borbfish. am back. Though, I'm starting to think that this really might be the last batch. Though while I was on break, I did fish up a dwarf gourami, so that is the next one that I'm going to sketch up. It has some very interesting patterns to it. So I'm hoping that'll make for an interesting borbfish. Okay, the fact the fin just kind of just goes like this, that is very, very interesting. I'm just kind of having these more as guidelines as to just where things are placed. I think I have room for one more, but maybe what I'll do is I'll go ahead and start inking these for now. I'll start inking and coloring, and we'll see what happens. Just double checking to make sure I have that. Axolotl. Ooh. That's a good one, actually. You know what? I will save a spot for axolotl. So thank you for that, Dote. And I hope you're doing well. are down, so I will go ahead and look up some references for an axolotl. Like, I know generally what an axolotl looks like. It's just, it really, I don't know the specific details of an axolotl. They are very cute though. Axolotls are super adorable. Okay, yeah, it's more of a tadpole tail situation. Okay. I think I got something in mind. Maybe not the best placement for that. Okay. I think I kind of like how the axolotl came out. Mm. Just a teensy bit iffy on the beak though. Maybe I should do that. Maybe it's a beak that looks like a mouth. Okay. I think I can deal with this. that. I'm starting to think that some of these borbs and borbfish might actually become like background critters that you might see in the world of Sanctus. Like, not specifically borbfish, but I think some of these could be sort of slightly altered into more fitting creatures that are in Sanctus. And they'll never know. Yeah, like maybe not specifically these, but I think these are good like first drafts of various aquatic creatures that I could add in Sanctus later. Which is good, because goodness knows I need to populate that place. Alright, but I think we have all the line art done, which means we can finally get into coloring. For the seahorse, I think I want to go into greens. Let me just grab that one. This one, and that should be fine for that. Axolotl boardfish looks silly, and I will protect it with my life. Aww. Yeah. I love how silly it is, too. I think just starting by making anything round as a base just makes it almost instantly cuter. I think what I want to do is some more dull green for the base. And then just kind of start adding more vibrant greens at the ends. And just a little bit of this turquoise green. go. Not too bad. And then for goldfish, we need more reds for that one. You'd think we wouldn't, but there's some very red goldfish. And hello, Kana. Welcome, welcome. Glad you can make it. Uh-oh. Am I frozen again? I think I'm frozen again. But thank you for the hydration and the head pats. Oh no, you caught a plastic bag, which is alright. Originally, like, the whole thing about the stream was that I was going to start off with a couple of sketches and then have everyone else, like, fish up the next fish. But, there wasn't a whole lot of people today, but that's alright. I still fished up some decent ones, and Dope gave a few suggestions, so it was all good. Too cute? Yeah, I'll go ahead and show you in a little bit. Let me just fix my PNG tuber again. I can't believe it stopped working again. There we go. Okay, we are back, and before I continue coloring, I'm gonna go ahead and recap the ones that we did do today. So far we have the vaquita, the sunfish, the finless porpoise, the clownfish, and the pufferfish. And for the pufferfish, I did both the deflated and inflated version, just to better illustrate. You want all of them. And then we have the seahorse, a goldfish, a pencilfish, a sea bass, a dwarf gourami, and the axolotl. So basically, all of these were things that I fished up during the stream, and then axolotl and the clownfish were Dote's ideas. And I'm thinking I might actually like do this type of stream again for Borbfish, just cause I do like the idea of fishing up suggestions. So yeah, if you want to see this again, maybe I'll do this next Tuesday, because I already have plans for Friday's stream. You love dwarf gouramis, all of them 10 out of 10. Well, I'm glad you think so. I had so much trouble with the seahorse, you will not believe. Pencilfish, I tried my best. Dwarf gourami, I think, at least for the silhouette, I did alright. Also, just double checking, is the music good? Can you hear the music? were like had a couple of red stripes on them. It looks great. I had one as a pet. Music is very quiet. You can hear the music? Okay, well, I can still turn it up a little bit. Okay, how's the music now? I'm taking a couple of creative liberties here. How are you guys holding up? I know it's warm in some places now that it's really heavily summer. Even I might need to take a break again. At the very least, end stream on the earlier side rather than later. Oh, interesting. It accidentally picked up some of the ink from below, but it actually kind of works in my favor since it is kind of speckled. Very toasty? Yeah. Okay, music's good, perfect. The Garami, I believe, was a very blue and red one. very interesting. Trying to do that. And, oh. Sorry, stream elements. You don't count. Though I can keep rainbow trout in mind for next stream, I guess. Or maybe someone will just have to catch it during that stream. We'll see. Let me know what you catch because I'm going to take a look. I see, okay. These are very interesting patterns on the gourami. Oh god, you caught a lobster. It is indeed a huge lobster. I'm not sure how to feel about that. Okay. I think I'm gonna just have to kind of wing it for the gourami patterns because they may be a little too detailed to keep in mind a whole lot, so I'm just gonna have to try and go for vagaries and hope it works. It's also possible that I picked the wrong shade of blue for this, but oh well. I did not quite go about this the correct way, but it's alright. Maybe next time. And axolotl, it's gonna be super pink. Very, very pink. Got a package and they sealed it with duct tape and the box keeps attaching itself to my leg. Oh no! I think we are just about done with this stream, but if you'd like, Kana, I can do one bonus borbfish and Do you want me to attempt the lobster? Since that's the first actual animal that you caught. Unless you caught something else and I didn't see it. You don't have to. I didn't pay attention to what else I caught. I can try to do like a from memory lobster. Just, you know, something quick. Or quick-ish, I suppose. Let's see. Lobster has, I think, this type of tail. And then we also need the claws. I think that looks about right. Oh my goodness. But it wasn't a borb, it was a borb lobster. Most ridiculous thing I've ever drawn. Okay, maybe not the most ridiculous, but it's one of those. He's beautiful. A borbster. Bonus lobster, just for you. Since you are the current leaderboard champion. Because I did it with the other ones, I'm at least going to put some bubbles here. go. We did what? 13 borbfish this whole stream? There's 6 on this page, and then technically 7 on this one. So 13. And yeah, I think I might actually do this type of stream next Tuesday as well. Just because I think it would give people the best chance to use the fishing minigame to like help me figure out which fish I should draw. I think it's a lot of fun. But yeah, with that being said, the borbs are demanding that I help them cool down, so I think it's unfortunately time for me to go. But thank you all so much for joining me, whether you are in chat or watching the VOD afterward. I appreciate you very much. And if you liked watching these sorts of hijinks or like seeing the art that I do, I hope you consider checking out the Snapdragon Club webcomic series. I mentioned putting these borbfish in, or a version of them, into the world of Sanctus, and the world of Sanctus is where the Snapdragon Club comic takes place. So you can either read that on Tumblr or take a look at the Snapdragon Club series playlist on my channel. And if all of that interests you, I hope you'll leave a like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you have, then thank you very much. And if you're feeling super duper generous, we do have a Ko-fi link right up there, where you can buy me a boba, you can become a visitor of Sanctus and get a borb attributed to your name that shows up at the beginning of every stream. And we also have stickers available at the Ko-fi shop, including my Princess Borb sticker. Yeah, this is unfortunately the only borb that is actually officially in the sticker shop. But if you guys are interested in like having borb or borbfish design stickers, I hope you guys will let me know. Cause I'm not against putting those types of designs up if there is a demand for it. Otherwise, yeah, you have the Princess Borb, you'll also have my Harpy form stickers, as well as a bunch of major characters from the Snapdragon Club series. So, with that being said, I hope that you all manage to stay cool. And become Sticker King. Yeah. But yeah, I hope you all manage to stay cool. And on Friday, what I plan to do is actually return to coloring some pages for my current comic on stream. So I am still working on the Snapdragon Club series. It is an anthology series, so there are 3 completed tales as of this stream. There is the Grand Opening, the Wanderer's Tale, and the Hunter's Tale. I am currently working on the 4th comic, The Actress's Tale, which is slightly a bit on the darker side than my usual comics, but not too dark, hopefully. But yeah, with that being said, thank you guys so much for coming, and I hope to see you guys on Friday. So see you then. Bye. Bye.